Oh my goodness, is this thing on? Hello everyone, welcome back. Yeah, it's me, Monica, here on YouTube, making the crafts. So, we'll catch up in a minute, but let's start talking about what we're doing here, and then when we get into the nonsense part, we'll catch up like good girlfriends. Y'all know how we do. And so, I seen a creator, I cannot remember her name, I will tag her below. I don't know if she's on YouTube, but I seen her on Instagram. She made these rainbow bookends, and I decided that I needed rainbow bookends too. Happy Pride. If you're weird and that bothers you, please exit. We don't do that weirdness over here. So, I'm going to do 6 layers, and I have marked them. This is a 2-inch high mold, so I have made lines at every third of an inch. So, that'll get us to the 2 inches. And so I'm using 6 different chunky ones. One of these doesn't have a name or is released, and so we'll talk about more when we get to that layer too. But this is what our rainbow is going to look like. We're going to do pink instead of red. We're going to keep it cute. Yeah, so Sweet 16, Orange Burst, Sunburst. Girl, the colors is escaping me. I will put them on the screen. I know the last one is Daphne. The blue one is the one that doesn't have a name. And yeah, that's how we're going to play it. And so just measurements really quick. You're going to need, it's 80 mils per each side. So 100, so like 75 to 80. So 150 mils total per layer. So yes, we are using a lot of product. This is not for the cheap girlies if you want to do this the right way. I love y'all, but if you're a little frugal, baby, just enjoy the video. That's all you got to do. So I got these Total Boat little cups, and yes, I'm a cheap girly too, so I kept reusing this bad boy. I kept rinsing that thing out with alcohol and keeping it going. Okay, and so I am using the epoxy resin stores. This is their tumbler epoxy. So let me preface this really quick. So this is not casting epoxy, but kind of the rule of thumb is with tumbler epoxies you can go about 1/4 of an inch depth. So I figured since I was only doing 1/3 of an inch, you know, just a little over, that I would be all right. But like definitely if you wanted to cast this all in one color, this is not the epoxy for that. You would need to get a casting one that can do deep cast. So I felt comfortable using this though, just because we weren't going that thick per layer, and I knew I would be all right. So I'm just measuring that out. Please, everyone, make sure you wear your safety gear. I don't want to have to start. I don't want to come back and cuss y'all out. Yes, wear your safety gears, darlings. I want all of us to be safe. And again, I'm a cheap girly. I couldn't find a single mixing stick in my house. Y'all probably be like, girl, what have you been doing over on Patreon? I'll talk about that. So I just grabbed this little PVC pipe that was part of some kit that I had that I wasn't using for nothing, because we're resourceful over here too. We're still resourceful. We're still resourceful girlies, no matter what we even have going on in our personal lives, right? So yeah. So I'm just going to mix that up. And then from there, I'm going to heat it up a little bit. Now, granted, I should have heated up the side separately. I have something coming for that. I actually got, y'all, I got a few little deals, you know, money can get me back to the internet. As long as it's good for my mental health, though. Like, it's summertime. I'm not fixing to be annoyed by y'all. So, yeah, I'm going to just start slowly incorporating the glitter until I like how it is. So how I'm judging how much glitter I put in, when I pull the stick out, I don't want to see too much of the actual stick when I'm looking at it. So like, see how like I had all those white spaces? We don't want all that. We want it to be jam-packed with glitter, because we're glitter girls. Like, we want this thing to shine. We want it to be jam-packed. We want it to be, what do the kids say? Giving. So yeah. So I was pretty satisfied with it at that point. I'm going to just make sure it's all mixed and incorporated good. I'm not worried about sinking or anything like that. You know, the glitter is A1. Oh, baby, the glitter is from PeriodSixDesigns.com. I hope y'all haven't forgotten about me. Make sure y'all check out the website. I am a small entrepreneur as well. So yeah, check out the website. Support. We have glitter, rhinestones, polymer clay. So come check us out. If y'all want me to sell these molds, I will. But I will leave a link below where you can get them. I actually got my mold directly from China. So let's talk about that. So now I'm just going to be filling each mold little by little, and I'm zapping. And remember, you're doing 150, and since I'm doing 2 molds, I put 75 essentially. No, I did 2, so I doubled. So I did 150 in each one, like the paper said. But I was just looking at, since the container had the measurements, I was just looking at that to see when I needed to stop pouring. But anyways, the mold. Where's the mold from? So Miss Mama's that I got the inspiration from worked beautiful, but the person she tagged where she got her mold from is selling this mold for $40 for one. And I said, the thing that I know about the internet is this came from China. And so I said, let me go find it from China. Baby, I went right over to AliExpress. I found this on AliExpress, $10. $10. Okay, so really quick, let's talk again about what we're doing. So you see me poking it with like, it's an eyebrow wax stick, but you know, it's converted to crafting. You want to wait until, you don't have to, like, I'm only waiting about 4 hours between layers. Granted, like, this is like 24-hour epoxy, but as long as it's solid, that layer below is solid. It might still be a little tacky, which is fine, but make sure it's solid. And I was just poking to show you that, like, when I stick the stick on it, it's holding itself up. That lets me know that it's ready to receive the next layer. So about 4 hours for me to do that with my room conditions. And my room was icy cold because when I was filming this, it was still winter in Colorado and it was May. So yeah, it might have been April, but because it took me a while to finish this because I was out of town most of the month of May. Anyways, and so back to the mold. And so I found the mold, the person. Now, I'm not mad at them being an entrepreneur. I'm not mad at them. But baby, you wasn't going to get me like that. Like, again, as someone who also sells things, I understand how pricing works. But I also understand that I'm not boo-bootiful. So in conclusion, I went and bought these on AliExpress and I got 2 for half the price of what she was selling for 1. I will leave a link below if you want to do these yourself. And like, again, not bashing that person, but baby, be fucking for real. Play too much. Oh yeah, and if you're new here, I cuss in my videos. My videos are marked as not for children, so if you leave a comment and say that your kids was in the background, baby, you need to check your own YouTube settings. I love y'all. Let's keep going. So yeah, what have I been up to? So as you guys know, I had started Patreon, I believe, back in October. Everything was going great, going fine, doing live streams, doing videos. I so appreciate and I love all the people that stepped over there and supported me. It meant English Monica meant so much to me. But charging people for content and consistency are 2 things that have to go hand in hand. And I was starting to freak out in April because I knew I had 3 trips planned. I was going to be gone the majority of days in the month of May. And I was freaking out because it's like, Lord, I have a commitment to these people. Like, I need to do my 1 or twice weekly live streams. I need to do my 1 or 2 videos a week. Like, 4 videos a week is a lot on a person who also has a full-time job, is a wife, is a coach's wife, which is a whole nother element when, you know, you got to show up for the kids and whatnot. So it just became a lot for me. And I just, in my good conscience, couldn't ask people to support me in a financial manner or provide, you know, a payment for a service that I couldn't guarantee that they will be receiving. And so I just kind of shut it down. Everybody understood and everybody respected it. You know, I'm going to be fully transparent. I'm not going to come over here and be like, well, I don't even know what the fuck I would say, honestly. But that's literally what happened. And like, just mentally, it was becoming very taxing on me, like knowing that and I don't know if I was pushing myself to do 4 videos a week. I don't know what the expectations of the people who were supporting me over there was. I just appreciated that they were there and I didn't really want to let them down. You know what I mean? And so I decided I put it on pause for a month, and then doing it in a lot of 2 of the 3 trips that all of them were family trips, but like 2 of them specifically, like I was with my mom and my sisters, my husband. And so I kind of got to talk about how everything was making me feel. And my husband was always one of the people, he was like, Mon, you're a well-paid engineer. Shut that shit down. Like, and when he says shut it down, he means Period 6 glitter, Period 6 YouTube, Period 6, all that. So real quick, I want to talk about this. So this color, I didn't have a blue chunky. Well, I don't want to say not a blue chunky because I do have blue chunkies like Care Bear, Smurf, but not one that I thought fit well with these. I didn't have an iridescent. So I'm using a holographic. You can't tell. Don't come for me. But this one is unreleased and it doesn't have a name. So I figured if someone puts a name in the comments that you think is good for this color and I end up picking it and using it for a business, I'll send you one. So leave your thoughts on that below. But yeah, my husband's all about shutting it down because he knows I'm one of those people. I'm good at putting other people first and letting my mental health run wild. To the point where like he's like, you need to rest, and I'm like, I do. And so, you know, normally I would tell him like, no, I'm not shutting it down. I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna make a schedule. I'm gonna make it work. But this time it was definitely one of those things. Like I said, when people's money's on the line, I don't play with people's money like that. That's not me, girly poo. I'm not gonna play with your money. Not in this economy, at least. And plus, I don't do that. So yeah, I shut it down. But I still had content filmed like this. This was supposed to go up on the Patreon. I was having a whole Rainbow Pride Month plan. That's just not how life works, because life changes. It ebbs and flows. And so y'all gonna get this content over here for the free ski. So please make sure you thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video. I would appreciate it. So yeah, so I can't say that I'm back, but I am gonna say that when the spirit moves me, I will create content. And honestly, y'all about to get content for the next few weeks, because again, I locked a couple deals because Mama still has bills. I got a couple deals, so y'all be seeing that content up on the channel. Support those videos, please. I would appreciate it. And now that's all I got to say about me personally. So let's get these things out the mold. Like I said, in total, it took me about 3 weeks to make these. It should only took 2 to 3 days, but I was back and forth out the crib. You know, life goes on. And so I could not get this one out this mold. It was giving me so many problems. Like, it broke the stick. It was in there so tough. I said, why is this one not coming out? Like, I should just be able to peel it back and it comes right out. But that is not how it was working. It just was not, it was not happening. Like, but I eventually got it out. It was just trying to give me so much trouble. But we made it. And it was so, and it's so hard because, like, you can't, like, get, like, the opulence of it when it's in the mold. So, like, it was killing me to not having a moldy. Oh, really quick, I also put a clear coat on the backside because it was a little bumpy on the purple layer. And so, definitely I should be saying the names because, again, this is a business. But, yeah, and so that is what it looks like. I am so happy. These are super heavy, and straight out the mold, they are super sharp. So be aware of that. Do not let your kids help you pull these out of the molds. They will probably hurt themselves. They are that sharp. But I am in love with these. I am so happy. These are definitely going to be used as bookends in my office. So yeah, these, honestly, they turned out way better than I thought they would. So I'm super happy with that. So I hope you guys are happy that I'm back. Yeah, I hope you guys are happy I'm back. I hope y'all missed me just a little bit. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.